Coming up, the Broncos look for their first sweep of the Raiders since 2017. Denver won the previous matchup in Week 6, and they look to do it again. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback that makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
It's caught by Funchess. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up the fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you...
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Bryan Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers from a week ago for Funches. 5 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just...
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing again is Fields. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down. I mean, that's just a guy going, running, on the go route, making a play.
Speed, kills. Speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Max Crosby. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hines now on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Waller. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. To throw is Fields. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Ross. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. It's Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry runs. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
This, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Bridgewater now. Funches has it complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Able to put it through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On 1st down, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
On first down, it's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Fields. This will be caught once again by Brown. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Fields. He finds the speedster Ross, that's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and touchdown. That's caught. Bryan Edwards with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Bridgewater on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. To throw is Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Bridgewater now from the 50. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Nifty move by Gordon. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. Known more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the lead is down to 20. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Fields on 1st down.
Got a man. It's Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Off play action. Fields.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap. Fields.
eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They're going to go. It's Fields.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. On play action, Fields.
Rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on second and long. Fields. Under pressure, they got him again.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Bridgewater. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he will have a Broncos first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Broncos.
Bridgewater again. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. It's caught by Funchess. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 16, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll throw again, Bridgewater.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.